Thank you for tuning in. This is Royally High. My name's Royal.
I didn't know you were starting already.
As you can see, we're already been starting. Tonight I have, as always, Stephanie.
Hello.
And two newcomers, Michael and Travis.
Hey, what's up?
So
hopefully you'll figure out which one's which by the end of the show.
It's a mystery.
It's gonna be. It could be like a sexy mystery too. You guys, we can hook one of them up on the show or something.
I've been through this before in a different role.
It doesn't work out. Like, can I get a caller in?
No, it is a good, nice little challenge for anybody to figure out which voice belongs to which name. But anyways, let's talk about
Bachelor number 2.
None of that crap.
See,
neither of us responded. We don't want to be bachelor number shit.
Fuck that shit.
Am I behind?
Yes.
Am I dragging it? Oh man, see. Alright, well, I'll try to...
What is this?
Well, this was supposed to be a team effort, is what this was. But obviously...
Well, you did not you did not say anything about me having to get up out of my seat.
True. Enter the show at your own accord. No, I just got our first segment here, which is what was written down on that...
Fun facts?
Fun facts. I have I don't know, I kind of sectioned it off differently, I guess. Minnesota man lived with dead bodies of mother and brother for a year. Apparently.
He lived with them?
Yeah.
Did he dress them up?
I don't know if he did some Norman Bates shit with them or not.
Like, were they buried, or did he kill them and leave them in their beds?
The bodies were found when a neighbor reported that she hadn't seen any activity at the house for over a week. In September of 2016, authorities responded to a call from a White Bear Lake, Minnesota woman who... is that her description, or is that just where she lives?
That's where she lives.
I just feel like that's a description of her. A white bear
It could be both.
It could. You never.
A white bear woman from Minnesota.
It states all in one section. Its authority responded to a call from who claimed that she hadn't seen her neighbor in over a week. Police investigated the house in question. And discovered the bodies of 2 people, a man and a woman, that had been decomposing in the house for almost a year. That is gross. Can you imagine that smell? Jesus.
Dude.
I wonder if he was doing some shit with them. The owner of the home, Robert James Kuffler, told authorities that the bodies were of his mother and brother, and that he's been living with them for over a year because he couldn't bring himself to report their deaths. This week, Kuffler was charged with interference with dead bodies of a scene of death as he had moved his brother's body after he died. Authorities discovered that both the brother and mother died of natural causes in late 2015. So if he moved the bodies, he probably did do some shit.
How old was he?
Or
left or other.
It did say something, right? I think it said that when I was going over the article earlier, I think it stated that he was 63 or 33 or something.
Well, how did they both die of natural causes?
It didn't go into specifics like that. I couldn't find anything on that.
They were diabetics and he sugared them up.
Well, I wonder how. Maybe it was just one of those southern. I mean, it is Minnesota. It's probably one of those southern people that were just really family oriented. The mother didn't let the 2 boys leave. It just was staying with them. Probably got real old. I mean, if the dude was 33 or somewhere around there, I mean.
It's like your mom and your brothers.
I like my sugar idea better.
Diabetic death. I don't know.
Maybe they died at different times, and he just kept them both. And maybe the brother and him were keeping the mom for a while, and then the brother died, and then he kept both of them. Who knows how this transpired? I wish we knew these answers to these questions.
But isn't that like such a
About
good
this
topic
shit.
though? Isn't that like such a good topic
Fuck
for
yes.
crazy news?
Nasty episode of Hoarders.
It probably was like a box fell down or some stack of newspapers or some bullshit.
Dead bodies.
Like his mom got cluttered in the garage and the cat just eating away at her corpse. Oh my god, dude. That would be a weird episode of Hoarders. The fuck is this?
It would be even funnier if the person labeled them like your mom labels her stuff. The dead bodies with little sticky notes on them.
Oh my god. How's this keep coming back to me?
Because we all have taken hits.
I
of it,
gotta
sir.
slow the roll, bro. I got a show to go.
If it's not for them, it is for us.
Do you need some fries with that ketchup?
Now you got me thinking about burgers.
Right?
Shit, dude.
Carlos Jr.
This is why we don't invite
Burger
people.
Carlos Jr. breakfast burger. I swear.
Yuck.
It's fucking amazing.
Anyone up for some interesting facts?
Fun facts?
Fun facts.
Interesting. Are they interestingly fun?
And they're interestingly fun facts.
I bring up the fun facts a lot because the first recording we made, we actually edited out a whole segment that we were kind of quiet. And
Yeah.
he said fun facts
6 times.
like
'cause I was
20
so fucking
times in
stoned.
a very short time.
Oh my god.
He said it 6 times in one sentence. He's like, fun facts, fun facts.
It wasn't okay.
It was fucking hilarious.
This shit 6 times. I'm cutting this whole thing out. Fun facts. Fun facts. Want to hear some fun facts? Fun facts. Oh my god.
And you said fun fact before every fun fact. It
Now
was
we're
so-
saying it in this one too.
Oh
And
my
everybody-
God!
Everybody's gonna be like, let's move on
2
already.
episodes of it.
Oh man.
Well, you cut it out of the first one.
All right. Well, moving on.
Own shenanigans.
Moving on. If you somehow found a way to extract all of the gold from the bubbling core of a planet, you would be able to cover all of the land in layers of gold up to your knees.
What?
What? Huh?
Apparently, if you extract all the gold from the bubbling core of our planet,
Our planet?
yeah,
Okay.
you would be able to cover all of the land, all of the planet,
The surface of it.
layers of gold, and it would be up to your knees. So it'd be pretty much saying they'd be a shit
makes
ton of
sense.
snow. Yeah.
So there'd be about this big of a layer around the entire surface of the earth.
That'd be beautiful.
Unless you're a midget.
We'd be burned and
Or a little person, I mean.
carved, pretty much statued at that point. We're all pillared. McDonald's calls frequent buyers of their food heavy users.
Oh my god.
That's kind
Heavy
of
users, kind of like an addiction.
yeah, or just kind of labeling them these are the fat people. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting on a red light to turn green.
How much?
That's shitty.
An average person spends 6 months of their lifetime.
Oh, that's crappy.
Is that right? Do you think that's right? Fair to say, yeah.
That sounds shitty.
I don't. Yeah, because we've driven and there's been some lights that just.
There's a lot of lights out there, dude, and you drive
That's-
a lot in your lifetime.
That's a bad day.
That's always bad. A good day is when you're driving and you hit that one red light, and then the rest of them all of a sudden just start turning green as you get closer to them. Have you ever had that happen to you?
That's when when they're synced out, time synced.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's a good day for me.
Time to start running lights.
Right. The largest record snowflake was in Kiat Mountain during year 1887, and it was 15 inches wide. Isn't that like a size of a
15
quarter?
inches is like this big.
Is that bigger?
It's more than a
It's
foot.
like a subwoofer.
Really? That's a snow. You get a snowflake that big?
If it was in the 1800s, it could have been fake because they probably didn't know how to prove them otherwise.
Right. That was probably like a fucking snowball or something.
That'd be fucking cool, literal
It's
though.
like wrap around your face. Like,
Imagine
Do
that
they have
flying
do
down
they have
though,
pictures
man. Like
back then?
fucking hit you.
Charlie, look out! It's
It would
coming
be
down.
like a sheet of ice.
feel like, I don't know how much that's gonna weigh.
Some kid out there putting his tongue out for that sucker.
It just sticks and drags him to the ground.
Just burrows him down in the ground.
How do you measure that anyway?
I don't know. I guess a measuring stick or
Exactly, that's
they
what I'm
used
saying. You
to,
can't
well
hold them
no.
in your mouth.
They used to use these old sticks with ropes on them. They use as measuring
Yeah,
sticks.
but are you just like running through the field, like chasing this thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because you can't like
Probably
grab a snowflake.
No,
to
yeah,
measure
it
it.
probably
It'll melt.
felt, but this one, if it's 15 inches wide, then that thing's probably got to be a good thickness to it. It can't. I don't think it's gonna come down like paper thin.
It might,
It might.
because
I
that's
don't
how
know.
they're shaped. If you look at them, they have bigger ones like this, and they're flat and they're wide.
Well, snowflakes come in different shapes, sizes, so
Like, they're
it's
all
hard to
flat and
determine.
wide.
But I would be interested to look that up more to see if I can find some sort of facts on that.
Me too.
Yeah, so for anybody that's out there too that's interested, if you can look it up, feel free to comment
I'm looking it up.
if you find it.
The largest snowflakes. That's
This-
how I measured it. It was all
This
of
one
the
says-
snow that fell that day was 15 inches. And it says a rancher nearby, the
So
book
this one
says,
was-
called them larger than milk pans and measured one at 15 inches wide.
You measured that.
That's how you should look it up. That's the real question right there. That's what everybody wants to know. How the fuck do you measure that?
Well, I mean, because it'll collapse when it hits the ground. Like,
Do you just take a tape measure or something?
Well, I mean, if there's like, I know, how did they even like, how did, like, you know how snow, when it gets together, it makes a pile of snow? Would it be like stacks, like all weird? What the no! I need
Giant
pictures.
Piece of glass and like run under it and catch it, maybe.
I want to see fucking like just standing outside in it, man. That has to be like you have to feel it, man. 'Cause that's no matter how light it is, that's some fucking substance, bro.
Wow. Damn it. Cows would run from that.
Well, moving on. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television.
That's why I'm so skinny. That explains so much.
Do you sleep a lot?
Yeah.
See, I thought. Wait, I
do
don't.
too, though, and I'm fat.
I was under the impression that you really don't burn anything when you're sleeping.
No, you burn a lot of calories. when you're
Really? Because you're not in motion. How's that?
But your body temperature raises.
But,
Does that? Yeah, I guess it does. But okay, argue me this one though. How is it gonna state that you burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television? I mean, you're doing the same thing watching television.
your brain is more at work, and your systems are more
Is
at
that what
work.
it is? Is that how
That's
they
what's
get that?
burning the calories. Your digestive system kind of speeds up when you go to sleep. And also, what was I gonna say?
Anatomy is a weird thing, man.
Let's see.
There's a lot to it that I just need to. And see, the weird thing is with those books that I used to read, I used to know this shit, and now I sound like such a moron when I talk about it.
Don't feel like a moron. A lot of people don't know that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why we'll read into it. It is what it is.
So what were we talking about?
We were doing fun facts, and we were doing the one about burning more calories as you sleep than you do watching television. But
Oh yeah.
number 6, there are more life forms living on your skin than there are people on the planet.
Believable. Because they're microscopic.
Yeah. colonization
And you have a lot
on
of
your
skin.
body, bro.
Everybody has a lot of skin. Of course, there's
Colonization.
more than 6.8 billion or however many people there are.
Which means those things are crawling around on you daily.
How many die when you clap?
I don't know. That's a good question, though. Wonder if you could look.
No.
How would you even look that up? Fuck that. I ain't gonna do that.
I'm being antibacterial by doing it.
In 1386, a pig in France was executed by public hanging for the murder of a child. They executed a pig and hung him for murder.
Oh God, what do they do with the body after?
Eat
You
it.
kidding me, man? That's a cook-off.
That's what I'm wondering. Did they at least eat it? Because that's weird that they hung the pig instead of just butcher it and eat it.
Wait, I heard
They
somewhere.
had to publicly hang it like they do people.
Who hunts here? Does anybody? You hunt? Alright, I heard somewhere that if the blood. Something about the blood, if once you kill an animal, you have to hurry up with the meat or something because it's something about the blood.
Well, the stomach will begin to fill with gas and explode eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So I field dress on the spot.
So do you have to like gut it and open it there? Right.
And you
as
have to get all the
kid-
blood out of it.
Okay. Is that what it is then? You just.
Well, you
Yeah.
especially want that stomach on.
Okay.
You can kind of deal with that if you want. Like, it's easier just to hang them upside down.
Yeah, 'cause I was just always curious about that. So like on this one here for them hanging it, wouldn't that mean that they basically poison the meat?
No, because once it suffocates to death, what it essentially is doing, from there they could just gut it and
Fair enough. Okay.
make some bacon.
What
I
if
wish we had a hug pig.
right? A hug pig?
A hung pig.
Oh,
Oh, that came out bad.
you want a pig instead?
I want a pig hung like a horse. No, I'm joking. So gross.
It would like drag the ground. It's rather uncomfortable.
Come play
Have you
with
ever
my
seen
wee
Fred
wee
Wilder?
wee.
Yeah.
Remember the freaking bulldog's balls
Yeah.
before and after?
So, 1 in every 5 adults believe that aliens are hiding in our planet's digestives as humans, or disguised as humans. Sorry.
I know, a lot of people do think that.
So,
You
a
know
lot
what
of
a lot
people
of people
think
also
aliens
think?
are on our planet.
There is a whole entire collection of people out there who believe that the Earth is flat.
There's
There's
still
a-
people out there that think that?
Yes,
Are you freaking
they're called
kidding?
flat earthers. There's
Oh,
also
wait, what are they called?
flat earthers.
Flat earthers?
There are also there's also a very large group of
Flat
people out there
earthers.
that believes that the trails you
Earth
see
dwellers.
when planes go, or like when they crop
Landwalkers.
the field. What?
What
Nope.
happens when you get to the edge for these people?
I know.
They think. Oh,
ocean
what
is
is
the
it? Somehow
ocean.
you get turned around or something? I don't know.
What?
I don't
A
know.
compass, like, guys?
It makes no sense. Obviously, these people that believe in flat Earth. Sorry if any of them ever listen to this,
You're stupid.
but you're dumb. You're really dumb. The Earth is round. We've seen it. They think the freaking whole Neil Armstrong is staged. They think that the way that that we see Earth from the space, it's round, but you can't prove that it's spherical. You know, they think it's big, round, and flat.
We've been way around it. Satellites have been all the way around it.
I don't
We're
know.
round, man. We're round.
Exactly. So I have no idea.
We're not perfect.
What they think.
We're round.
It's dumb, but they do exist. There's also people that think that the trails that planes leave behind, you know how they leave the little lines? They think that they call them chemtrails. They think that the government is actually spraying chemicals into the air that are polluting and killing us.
I've heard of that.
Or trying to brainwash us or whatever. There's a million conspiracy theories for what those chemtrails could be putting in our systems and why.
You may have to pinch the filter.
But
'cause
yes,
it's
there are a
not
lot of people that believe in the
filtering.
chemtrails.
Alright.
Actively.
Well, let's move on to some more fun facts.
Hey, I was giving you some.
I know. No, that's.
I had more.
I mean, they're really fun.
I don't know. I don't want to really talk about this conspiracy theorist. That's like talking about. That's like if I want to talk about it, I'd rather watch King of the Hill. You know. But anyway, in Japan,
I was just talking about how many different groups of dumb people there are out there, and
There's
the
a
stupid
lot of
shit,
them.
like the
There's
vaccine,
dumb
the
people.
pro and con vaccine people.
but who are we? I mean, you know, we've done some stupid things too.
Everybody has.
Yeah.
But come on, man. The Earth is round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I can't really back anybody up on that. I'm sorry. And but anyways, in Japan, Ronald McDonald is called Donald McDonald due to the lack of a clear R sound in Japanese.
Yeah, nice.
I thought they'd call him Ronald McDonald. Lana McDonald.
You buy now. Well, McDonald's. Oh man. A butt, B-U-T-T, butt,
But
was a medieval unit of measured for wine.
he said, "But."
Oh wait, dude.
But it could be beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. You got the booty I like, yeah, it's beautiful.
It's on YouTube.
You go boom boom. You go boom boom, baby.
Go up to the bartender. Can I please get 4 butts? I'm really in need of a butt tonight. Oh, I just dropped my butt.
Every human.
Pants? I'm sorry. Like you dropped your butt.
I'll drop me bum. I
dropped
can't pick it up now.
wine. If I dropped my wine, oh shit, I dropped my butt.
There's wine on the floor. Every human being starts out as an asshole.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
It's the first part of the body to form in the womb. There's a little bit of a dick in all of you.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You looking that? You challenging that one?
Yes.
All right.
I think I think that's just something that somebody came up with as like a joke to insult someone. Like we all
It could
started
be.
out
It
as
could be.
assholes, you
All
know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah. I'll
But-
go ahead and let you challenge that. That sounds good.
We all started off as an X chromosome, so we were all female first.
Well, because don't we normally start with like a leg or an arm or something that forms first?
No.
Is it the genitals?
The
What's
brain, spinal cord, and nerves.
Ah.
That's why when you see an embryo, it kind of looks like that because it's got a little bit of the head.
There we
and the
go.
spinal
We
cord.
found out that one's not true.
That's even weirder.
See, you gotta fact check. You gotta fact check your
I
facts
know, man.
sometimes.
Look at that. But that was
People
kind of.
spread a lot of fake shit on social
They
media
do.
these
They
days.
do. And that's all right. That's all right. It's nice to challenge it.
I'm good on
What about some weed facts?
Okay.
that. It'll get you stoned.
Huh?
It'll get you stoned.
Let's get you stoned on some weed facts. Can
Here.
you tell you what I'll do out of this here?
Well,
I'll make a little nice challenge for a few of these guys. I only have about 4 of them, but I'll just do 3 because
my
because the last segment takes a bit, so I don't want to draw too much time out.
okay, then go.
All right, so can you get high from just popping a nug into your mouth and swallowing?
No.
In one form or another.
If you have to pop a lot of nugs in your mouth to get high from eating weed,
Your body
unless
don't
it was in
metabolize
concentrated form, which a nug is not.
Your body don't
Depends on the
metabolize it.
size of the nug, honestly, because You can get a quarter ounce nug and just mow down on it.
The answer's no, bro.
This might be good.
Do you
Marijuana
have
has to be heated and combined with a fatty substance like butter and consumed orally for any effect. Go ahead, try it yourself.
Okay. So
Which
chemically
makes sense
it needs
because
a
yeah,
fat to
it's a
bind or
chemical
whatever.
it's a chemical combination thing that.
It's heat activated.
Mm-hmm.
Here. You don't want any more of this, right?
Yeah,
Of the joint.
yeah.
You gotta decarb it.
Two common reactions to smoking marijuana are laughing at everything and getting really, really into eating food.
Everybody gets munchies, man. That's not cool. Not just stoners.
So, do you think this is true or false? Are the giggles and the munchies a real thing?
It's a rather philosophical
We're all
question.
highly thinking about that. Like,
I started thinking about food.
I know. I kind of thought about food for a minute. Like,
Think about it though. Think about it. Was your brain cultivated by societal influences to be geared towards the munchies and the giggles? Because that is
Yeah.
how marijuana has always been portrayed.
I think so.
Like, think of the movies
That
you
could
watched.
be. That could be.
And I mean,
I
it
mean-
could
Before I
technically
watched
be a
movies,
thing. I think it's technically
I was always hungry.
it is a
Well-
thing, but it's more like it's like a reaction that you have to how the high is making you feel.
I'll read here and we'll see the answer.
Oh, there's an answer! Yay!
I don't know about the giggle part. Definitely
Well,
happier.
Yeah, right. Well, some may claim this is just a pot stereotype or self-fulfilling aggression. There are actual science behind both claims. Studies have shown that marijuana increases scents like taste and scent, literally making food taste better. So it increases the potency of
That's
whatever.
why everything tastes so amazing when I'm a high.
So it does. So that one is true.
Yeah.
Because if something tastes good, what are you gonna do? You're gonna.
And
yeah,
how many
exactly.
times have I been high and ate something and I was like, "This is the best one of these I've ever had."
You've
in
killed
my
a bunch of
life."
cereal boxes. Yes.
Cereal,
Twinkies are fucking fire.
chocolate in general. Is
Now, as far as heightened tendency to laugh goes, marijuana is known to elevate and isolate your precipitation as well as provide a heightened level of confusion, with some researchers believe leads to more jolly mood, which naturally leads to a barrel of laughs all around. So just like you said, for both exceptions.
what was the second one?
So the laughs is basically true too, because even though it doesn't give you the giggles, it does put you in a mood where you're jolly.
That's exactly what I said. Not exactly, I'm joking.
Well,
But no, I said it was a reaction to how the weed makes you feel, which is exactly that, only without the specific word jolly in it.
Well, no, I get that. You worded it in your way, but... Well, whoever said it. But either way, you guys both were pretty much on cue on that, so right on. Meanwhile, how is everybody doing?
Stoned.
Michael?
Really stoned.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Steph, how are you doing? Oh, sorry.
I'm high.
Oh, no, you're... Leave me alone! Oh, that's cool. So, what's everybody's day been like? Anything exciting? Nothing going on much? I know you just said you got everything caught up for you for tomorrow, so that's pretty cool.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
Definitely convenient. Ain't gotta worry about it in the morning.
What did you say you were, you did again? Your term paper? Or one of your term
Oh,
papers?
just nah.
One of the papers you were holding off for like quite some time.
Well, I did wait till a little bit last minute to start fucking with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this This is just the weekly ethics paper. Fucking,
Okay, so no.
fucking ethics.
And there was, I guess the whole testosterone myth came out around the same time. There was a myth that weed gave you gynecomastia, which is man boobs.
I saw something on there, and I was like, that's
false.
bullshit.
That's false, and
Yeah.
so is the
I don't know.
testosterone level one. It does not affect your hormones.
Really, it's a matter of perspective, because if you get the munchies enough, though,
Exactly, there it
you
is.
will
That's what it
develop
is.
Man boobs as a side consequence.
Yeah, but not medically. Medical man boobs. Those are just fat man boobs. Difference.
Those aren't bitch tits.
Bitch tits.
Slappable tits. Oh man, Travis, what about you, man? I know you got some drama going on. How's
I
that?
kind of want to punch somebody in the throat.
Yeah.
Are you in a little bit of a better mood though?
You want to talk about it, buddy, or
No, not really.
get it out?
No. Like I said, I just kind of want to punch somebody in the throat.
I'm sorry.
Been there, bro.
Yeah, I think we all have. I think one or 2 points of our lives we've wanted to knock someone out.
But it's not who you would think.
No?
No.
Oh man, we're gonna have to talk about it after the show. Now I'm interested. Now I'm invested in this. I feel like we're just listening to.
Okay, so we found that answer, so you can move on to
Oh
whatever's
yeah,
next.
no, I'm
Fucking
catching up. You know, this is kind of a nifty way to do the show.
Their music selection changes a lot.
Huh?
It's very thuggy, isn't it?
That's because they have different music tastes, so they fight over songs a lot. She usually wins because she likes this boom boom stuff, and I guess he likes rock music. We only know this because one night
made
one night we went out and smoked, and they invited it, and they were outside and they were drinking. They offered us beers, and they were hanging out. with
Oh,
us and
yeah, I
shit.
remember
we all
that.
Smoked weed out in front of their. Yeah, so we've talked to them, but
All right.
and they were arguing about the music then too.
All right, I gotta hurry up because we're running out of time. Quiz time.
Yay!
What do you know?
about what?
He's just gonna ask us questions.
Yeah, well,
just
I'm-
like kind of
the-
he did, and we're all gonna answer it. And
Yeah,
then we're gonna
I'll-
get points.
Yeah, you
And
get
what's a win?
points.
What do we win?
Nothing.
You win a ball. I'll think of something to win after. I'll think of something.
Collect the points and cash it.
No, somebody be walking out of here without a hand after that. No promises. All right, so exactly who invented the automobile? So who invented the automobile?
Can you give us a multiple choice? Harrison Ford?
Is it Benz
Oh wait,
Ford?
no, that's what was the president. Huh?
Is it Alexander Graham Bell? Is it Carl Benz? Or is it Germany Manlitny?
I thought it was Ford.
I thought so too when I looked this up, and I was like so mind blown. I was like, what?
Oh, it's Alexander
But
Graham
if you
Bell.
think about it, he has his last name is a car, is a type of car.
Oh yeah.
What would you guys think?
This is trivia time, so you guys each have to pick an answer. I'd pick Benz.
I already made my choice for Ford, I thought. But
Carl Ford, Benz.
What do you pick?
Assembly line.
I'll do Benz. That sounds good.
Benz.
Yeah.
Exactly who invented the automobile is a matter of opinion. If we had to give credit to one inventor, it would probably be Carl Benz from Germany. Many suggestions that he created the first true automobile in 1885 to 1886.
Hmm.
So there were those little box junk little things that you used to have to get out in the front and crank them up.
That'd be amazing.
That yeah, I don't know. That would have been interesting to. I bet that would have been such a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I mean, just to
But
constantly.
could you imagine how simple that motor must have been, man?
Well, was it I forget. Was it
I
just a
wonder how
crank
long
like a
those cars
mower?
last
Like, was
and
it just
how
to
fast
crank
they
it to
went.
start the engine, or was it a crank to only
Like a
get so
lawnmower.
many, like a toy where you wind it up and it
Like they don't make shit to last, but an
crank it to
inventor
start it?
who
Okay,
invented
yeah.
something, he made it to last as long as he could make that motherfucker last.
I know, but that's pretty. That's
So I bet
pretty
those
awesome
things last
that-
forever.
Top speed 20 miles per hour.
Yeah, those old cars
Drive
did it
that
really
bitch
good.
forever.
I would just drive it around town, and if I needed to go on the highway, then I would use my normal car.
Yeah, that'd be fucking.
People would look at me like, what the f... Next. So Michael 1, me 1,
Yeah.
Travis 0.
So, where was the first McDonald's?
Oh, I know this.
Mississippi.
You don't eat McDonald's?
No. McMutants? Fuck no.
Well, it's
Transformers,
just-
That's something else, man. No.
What is
Well,
it?
it's just a trivia question.
Canada?
I can't say.
50 states.
It's more
Mississippi.
horrible one.
Is it in the 50 states?
Well, yeah, it's in.
Is it a state that we have to name? Okay. I'm gonna say...
You want to go with California? What do you want to go with?
What are you going with?
Alabama.
I'm gonna go with Texas.
California.
Fucking.
It was somewhere in Monrovia Airport, California. And then they moved it in 1398, a year later, or
See, now you're...
no, yeah, a
y'all
year
have
later. I
fun.
don't know why that's a typo. Sorry, in 1938, they moved it Northeast Street in San Bernardino, California.
Bernardino, isn't it?
Bernardino, yeah, sorry. So, do you guys think the first McDonald's is still open?
Oh.
Yeah, it
You think
Yeah.
so? You're all right. It's
They
still
always keep the first
operational,
one open.
and to this day, but they keep splitting it from third building to second building, and they keep transporting it. So, I don't know how that works. As for being the first direct McDonald's, yet you keep moving it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. What is the largest bird in the world?
Ostrich.
Something hideous I can imagine.
Is there anything bigger than an ostrich?
Now, is it a flightless bird?
It doesn't say. It just asks what's the largest bird.
Has to be an ostrich then. 'Cause the only thing that's
Yeah,
in
because
the-
emus are smaller than ostriches.
Are they?
Yes.
Fuck.
I thought. I don't know why I was thinking ostriches and emus were the same thing.
No,
I was trying to
emus
think of
are-
like, dude, where's my car? And I'm like, oh, that was an ostrich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers are pretty fucking huge.
Emus are smaller.
So
Wait a minute, no.
No, they have to be.
Sometimes they trick you and they measure wingspan as the biggest bird.
Oh, the fuck.
I'm sorry about passing it.
Ostrich is the tallest bird I've ever seen. Good.
Yeah, we're all gonna go with ostrich because
Ostrich.
yeah.
It is ostrich. The biggest
Oh, okay.
wingspan of any bird can be found on a wandering albatross. It is around 12 feet on the largest bird. So
told you.
So the albatross, if you're doing wingspan, would be the largest bird.
Told you they'd have another one for wingspan.
The
I
eating
fucking called that.
cardinal
You did.
for camperation has a wingspan of around 10 feet. The heaviest bird, of course, is the ostrich, which can weigh over 300 pounds, and the heaviest flying bird so far, the Karui bustard, which weighs, no, it's bustard, Bustard, which weighs up to 45 pounds. What is a fucking Karari bustard look like?
I'm gonna look it up. Karari? How do you spell that?
It's Kori.
Bustard.
Kori. Yeah.
So pretty much it's like a very
Exotic
heavy
bird.
A It looks like a Roadrunner almost with a poof.
Oh shit! All right, so that's supposed to be like the one,
The heaviest.
the second
So
heaviest.
he's like solid. That little guy is solid.
Wow, so they
Oh
didn't
no,
even
not the
keep.
heaviest. The ostrich is the heaviest.
No, but they were the second heaviest at 45
No,
pounds.
they're the heaviest birds that can fly.
Oh,
Man, that bird will fuck you off coming at you.
Because all the birds
thing
that
will
are
pick
bigger
you
than
off the
this
ground.
can't fly.
Dude, that's actually a pretty scary looking bird.
He's kind of prehistoric looking, huh?
yeah, right. Okay, so, all right, real quick before we end the show here, who won that round? Because I didn't get a counting on that. I know you got 3.
We all got 2 points.
You have 1, or you have
No.
2.
You have to ask like some tiebreakers, dude.
I know.
Just look them up real quick.
I will. I'm fixing this stuff. Sidetrack.
Here, I'll find something on my phone. But I won't click the link. You know what I mean?
No, I got this.
Okay.
I got it real quick.
I've
all
been
right.
thinking about opening that NOS for a really long time now, and I still haven't done it.
If you don't, I will.
That's mine.
So,
You can't touch it.
what is the most healthiest vegetable?
The healthiest vegetable?
What is the most healthiest? Like the top of the top.
That's
I know this. I would say broccoli too, but wait, there's another one that I'm thinking of. Isn't it kale?
Kale? Yeah, I guess I could see that. Some super health food.
I'll go with kale.
Kale. What about you,
Is that a
Michael?
vegetable? Yeah. it is.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. What about you, Travis?
Dude, I'm fucking clueless.
Just
Pick a vegetable that you
pick a
think is very
vegetable,
healthy.
man, that you think would be extremely healthy.
Broccoli sounds good. Tastes good.
It does. With cheese,
Okay.
bro, or
Yeah.
butter.
Okay, what is it?
It's broccoli.
I
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
knew it, but I had to answer something different than freaking Michael.
Man, you guys.
You
are
wanted to
making
say
this-
kale. We should have switched answers.
All right, so.
But so now we need a tiebreaker for them too.
I know.
I'm out of the race.
I just really like broccoli. That's
Alright. Alright, so what was the second video game ever created?
Console or arcade?
It's an arcade based.
Pretty sure it was Sega. It was like Blue Submarine or some shit. Had like a periscope. You had to shoot a submarine.
Space War.
There's no way nobody knew that.
Guys, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and
1 in. I don't know that.
4?
Yeah. Do that. We'll do it that way. Shit, someone will win.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 6.
Okay.
4.
4.
We put it in his head. We implanted that bitch.
Alright,
Told you,
so
like with the munchies and shit earlier, man.
it took a while, but we finally
Influenced
got a
by-
winner out of this tonight's event here.
Did you say something about an ethics paper?
Did you get that done? Don't you need to get one done?
I mean, I could probably
What
do
did you do?
tomorrow.
I thought you already got it done.
Yeah, I got a lot of it done.
We'll talk about it.
He's really bad about that.
We'll talk about it later.
But somehow he
Anyways,
gets A's still. Creepy.
guys, I'm about to. Thank you for everyone for tuning in and listening tonight. I mean, once
we don't
again,
need to
we
reach closing, just end the show. Bye.
once again, I got Stephanie over here rushing us off. Travis joining us, Michael, and myself, Royal. Thank you again, and have a good night.